Instrumentation and Control is a profession that I worked in from 1985 until my retirement in 2021. After retirement, I came up with the idea of creating a YouTube channel where I can share everything I learned in those 36 years of working in the field. That idea is now a reality. Hi, my name is Eric, and welcome to the world of instrumentation and control. In this video, I am going to talk about instrumentation and control. What is it? What kind of a job is it? What do we do in this profession? After that, I'm going to share with you the reasons why you should consider making a career in instrumentation and control. Instrumentation and control is a branch of engineering that involves working on or using devices, systems, and equipment that measure, monitor, or control. And that is my definition of instrumentation and control, the profession. I wasn't satisfied with the definitions I found on the internet, so I decided to make my own. Let's add a few more tidbits of information. Tidbit number 1. Those devices that measure, monitor, or control are usually called instruments, which is where the word instrumentation comes from. I say usually because not all of those devices are called instruments. For example, a relay is a control device, not an instrument. Tidbit number 2. Within the instrumentation and control community, we usually just say instrumentation instead of instrumentation and control. Reason being, instrumentation and control just takes a little too long to say. Tidbit number 3. There are two types of professionals in this profession. There are the instrumentation technicians and there are the instrumentation engineers. We'll talk about these two professionals later in the video. And tidbit number 4, the profession has several names or titles. Most people in this profession call themselves either instrumentation technicians or instrumentation engineers. Some call themselves process control technicians or engineers, industrial control technicians or engineers, automation technicians or engineers, and whatever else they want to call themselves. In my case, by the time I retired, my title was automation specialist. Work-wise, however, we all do the same things. If I have to go over every little thing that we do in this profession, it would take too long. So I'll just stick to the most common things that we do. If you were an instrumentation technician, you would most likely be performing troubleshooting, repairs, maintenance, installation, and assembly of devices, systems, and equipment. Instrumentation engineers, on the other hand, typically design, analyze, test, specify, and certify devices, systems, and equipment. Note, even though I differentiated the jobs of technicians and engineers, it is not unusual to find technicians and engineers performing the same jobs. There are several reasons why you should consider working in this profession. First, there are many jobs out there. Note, I do not mean that it's easy to find a job, only that there are many jobs out there. You still have to compete against other people who are also looking for jobs. But the good thing about the profession is that there are jobs almost everywhere, all over the Philippines as well as other countries. Second, the salary is good. In most cases, the salary is above the minimum. In many cases, it's way more than the minimum. Of course, your salary will depend on the company you join, the kind of work you do, the location, and whether you're a good worker or not. But generally speaking, this profession pays well. And the last and best reason for making a career in instrumentation, in my opinion, is it's challenging and very satisfying. Sometimes you'd be asked to solve a problem that forces you to dig deep into your brain for the information and experiences that would enable you to solve it. And when you fix the problem, you get a good slap on the back and someone says, "Good job." Sometimes you'd be assigned to develop a control system from scratch and you'd work on it, test it, and tweak it until it works as intended. And when it's finally working, the feeling of accomplishment is tremendous. And every day as you walk past your project and see it operating, you can say to yourself, "I made that." And then there's the feeling of being valued as a member of the team that's keeping the company operating. Of course, your satisfaction depends on your attitude towards your work and your coworkers, your salary, and how you're being treated. But based on what I've observed, most instrumentation professionals enjoy their jobs. Okay, you might think you need to be a genius, or you need to be good in math at least. Well, as far as I know, if you know how to add, subtract, multiply, divide, square a number, and extract square roots, that's as much math as you're going to need. That and knowing your way around a calculator. If you design or analyze devices, systems, and equipment, your math skills might need to go a little beyond those operations. But if you're an engineering graduate, I think you'll do okay. Do you need to know how to speak and understand English? Yes. Why? First of all books, manuals, and procedures are in English. So if you want to learn, you have to know how to read English. Second, once or maybe several times in your lifetime, you will meet foreigners, especially if you want to work abroad. Even if you're not working abroad, you may have to work with a foreigner from time to time. The way to become an instrumentation professional is to first decide if you want to become an instrumentation technician or an instrumentation engineer. If you want to become an instrumentation technician, you need to enroll in a technical training school. The best training schools are those that are Tesda accredited. I provided a link to a list of accredited schools in the video description below. Training usually takes between 6 to 10 weeks, depending on whether you take day or night classes. You might also be required to undergo on-the-job training for a month or more. Tuition fees vary, but the highest I believe is 45,000 pesos, which is very reasonable, considering that you can finish the course in around 2 to 3 months. You can ask the schools in the link I provided for their fees. If you want to become an instrumentation engineer, it's a bit different. Only a few colleges or universities offer instrumentation and control engineering. The course is a typical engineering course that normally takes 5 years and already includes on-the-job training. Tuition fees vary, but if you enroll in a state college, you might only need to pay miscellaneous fees, since enrollment in state colleges is usually free. You can also choose to enroll in an instrumentation technician course and then take the instrumentation engineering course later as a working student. So that is instrumentation and control, the profession. If you're a senior high school student who hasn't decided on what course to take, if you're a college student who is thinking of shifting to another course, or if you're already working in a different field and you're thinking of changing careers, take a look at instrumentation and control. It's challenging, it pays well, and the job satisfaction is high. I should know. I spent 36 years in this profession, and I loved every minute of it. In my next videos, I will be going into the technical stuff. So if you want to learn the nuts and bolts of instrumentation and control, subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell so that you'll be informed when I upload new videos. Have a wonderful day.